The Saiyans would land on Planet Bumpa, and immediately they will be attacked by some animals, but everyone are easily able to defeat the creatures. But then turns out there are people on the planet, and Old Man comes running at them, and Nappa would notice the tail, asking if the man is a Saiyan, and the man would say he is. Why? Then he hears someone say, "Good, you'll be helpful," as Vegeta walks from behind Nappa. And this Saiyan, who is identified as FighterZ, would be enraged seeing Vegeta, and he yells for another named Broly. The Saiyans would be confused. Who is Broly? But they'll find out who this person is, as Broly rushes at the group, as Broly strikes Vegeta. The recoil from the attack will push the other Saiyans away. Luckily, Vegeta was able to block the attack. Vegeta would be pushed back, and Broly would go to kick Vegeta, but Vegeta would be able to move out of the way and blast Broly away. But Broly would tank the blast and send a kick at Vegeta. The kick will land, sending Vegeta away. Vegeta would land on the ground, and would already see Broly coming at him. Broly would block the attack, and would kick Broly away. But Broly would send multiple attacks at Vegeta, but Vegeta would block or deflect most of the attacks, and strike Broly. But over time, Broly is getting more and more enraged, and this would lead to Broly not only learning as he fights, but growing as well. Broly would tap into his Akari form, and this would push around Vegeta. Kakarot would notice something though, that Broly's power has grown 10 times. So that means only one thing. Somehow, Broly is using the Great Ape form in his base. This info might be helpful later. Kakarot would tell everyone to get in the ship, and don't look out of the windows. Everyone would do so except for Macki, cause she is not a Saiyan. Kakarot would look at Macki, and Macki would nod, as she rushes at FighterZ, and ties him up, and puts a bucket over his head. She ties him up so he can't take the bucket off, and the bucket is for Kakarot's plan. Kakarot will throw a powerball in the air, and says burst open and mix, before he runs into the ship himself. Vegeta will smile as he becomes a Great Ape himself, and he rushes at Broly. As the battle continues, this battle would be very destructive, but luckily, Macki grabs FighterZ, and goes into the ship, and drives it far away enough to not let any of the 5 Saiyans look at the artificial moon. Broly and Vegeta would be clashing, but because of Vegeta's higher power level, soon Broly is knocked out. Macki, seeing that the fight is over, would take the bucket off of FighterZ's head, and give him a choice: live and work alongside the Saiyans, including Vegeta, or die, and his son comes with the Saiyans anyways. And FighterZ would choose the latter, but he is very reluctant. So Vegeta and Broly is dragged into the ship, and they are put into a healing tank that they have in the ship. And now with that, I will tell you all the power levels of everyone, since I didn't do it in the last part, cause I was waiting for Broly. But at dead last is FighterZ. Yeah, let's just give him a power level of 10,000. I don't really care about him, to be honest. Next person I have is sadly Macki. She is strong, and did have training partners in the time chamber, but she doesn't grow like Saiyans, so her power level will be at 520,000 at 740, and with her rage form, she'll probably be nearing the strongest. Now next is Raditz, and he is very strong. He got a power level of 700,000. Realistically, his power level would be lower, but training for 2 years in the time chamber is insane. And with training partners, on top of that all the Zenkai's will be getting, I think it makes sense. Next is Nappa. He's not too much stronger than Raditz. They're kind of rivals, so they will be neck and neck. So I will give Nappa 720,000. Now next is Engine. His power level is at 800,000. The student has really surpassed the master now, because of his crazy potential, being half heater, half Saiyan. There is no doubt Engine would be stronger, especially training with people who are stronger than him, and the training with multiple people in the time chamber. Now with his rage form, he is the strongest, and that is why the Saiyans has to stop Engine from transforming before fighting Frieza, cause he is a secret weapon. Now next is Broly, and even though he's only been training with his father, we can't ignore his crazy potential. And I thought that if I'm going to make him fight Vegeta almost evenly, I'll make him at least in the middle of the group. Plus, after 40 years, Broly grown to fusion level because of his potential, and facing off against Goku and Vegeta. But either way, Broly is all over the place, so let's just keep him at 942,000. Next is Vegeta. He is the second strongest, but he is not actually way too far behind Kakarot, because they had the same training, so he is at a power level of 1 million. But with Kakarot, because of his early training with the heaters, he is at 1.2 million. Now I didn't want to waste time covering Oozaru, so their power levels are on screen. Now once Broly and Vegeta are healed, Broly is now stronger than Engine, and Vegeta is now stronger than Kakarot. But Kakarot gets an idea. The Akari form piques his interest, and it will be a good way to overcome Frieza, because it will take a while to create a power ball. But not only that, but Frieza would definitely attack the Saiyans' tails. So the way to avoid that is to obtain the Akari form, and Kakarot knows the best way how. Kakarot will create a power ball. Luckily, no one is by him, so Kakarot throws the energy blast into the air before he yells burst open and mix. Kakarot will start to grow, but Kakarot stops, like he is resisting the power. The form changes your body, and Kakarot doesn't want that. Kakarot will be like this for minutes, and even hours, but after a while, Kakarot starts to grow a bit. But he never becomes a Oozaru. Instead, Kakarot accesses the power of the Oozaru in his base form. Vegeta, seeing this, would want to reach the form next, and the other Saiyans would follow suit. Except for Broly and Paragus. Broly because, well, he already has the form, and Paragus just doesn't want to be by Vegeta. Soon all the Saiyans will achieve the Akari form, and this form will give the Saiyans an advantage, cause Frieza would think that the Saiyans can only turn into Oozarus. So that's why this form is very useful. Now we are going to have a 1 month time skip, and everyone has used the time chamber plays once again to train up Broly, but the plays didn't give them as much of a boost as last time, because the Saiyans has went in there already, not too long ago, but also, they went in there for much less time, just in case Broly has gotten angry like Engine did, and killed them. Now Kakarot thinks that it's time. Frieza is going down. They pull up on Frieza Planet 79, and Kakarot asks everyone if they are ready, and they nod, but Kakarot looks at Paragus and traps him in an energy trap. He tells Broly that this whole time his father has been trying to betray the Saiyans, because Vegeta was there, and he has a feeling that Paragus would try to alert Frieza about the Saiyans' new power, so he stays right there. Paragus would be furious, but Broly would understand. He noticed sometimes that his father has been trying to attack Vegeta, but was stopped by Macki, and wasn't able to do anything, cause he was weak. So if he was able to ally himself with someone like Frieza, he'll try to get Vegeta killed. So Paragus stays in the spaceship, and once the Saiyans step out of the ship, they're stopped by regular Frieza soldiers, Kui, Dodoria, and Zarbon. Kakarot would step up and tells the Saiyans, "Let's do this." But that is where we are going to leave it off for right now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then make sure to give it a like, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed the content. It will only motivate me to continue doing more content. And if you ever wonder what I've done by me, if anything isn't clear in the video and your explanation, or you just messed up on the story of Dragon Ball, then leave a comment down below. Well, for all that said, I'll see you all in the next video. See ya, and until we meet again.
Step that way.